Blessing and million. A lot. Blessing, be nice. But he's useless. I didn't say he's useful. I said be nice.
I really hate you.
I love you more. And they want us to prove our love. Prove to us that you love each other.
I would tell these women that they don't have to worry about leading more like a man or leading in a certain way or trying to lose being a woman or losing their femininity. I would tell them to be themselves, be genuine, be authentic, and your soldiers respect you more for that.
We have a leadership background, and then we will have a credibility. So a lot of people will respect to you.
I agree with that one. That's good.
I am Second Lieutenant Rizky Puspita Rahayu, and you can call me Lieutenant Rizky. In here, I joined the Garda Joint Exercise as a platoon commander, and then I cover a lot of communication in my battalion. All of the U.S. Army is very well trained and well equipped. A lot of U.S. Army is more and so very friendly, and it is not expected.
I'm First Lieutenant Monica Smith. I'm a platoon leader for Alpha Company 121, and here in Indonesia, I'm training with my soldiers in the Indonesian military for Operation Garuda Shield 2021. We're developing partnerships with the Indonesian military and working to develop interoperability between the two. I had not had any exposure to female military Indonesian soldiers at all. I had only seen male soldiers, and I was pleasantly surprised to meet Rizky. I wasn't sure what she was going to be like, and I didn't want to put any boxes on her and let her introduce herself and be herself, and she was wonderful to meet.
After I finish my basic training, I continue same like you, a signal corps, because I'm a signal corps. Yeah. So I have 5 months. Same with you. Yeah, right. Yes. And then I have a airborne.
Human relationships are the crux of what we do every single day. In the infantry, in the Army, that's our job, is people. The Army we're not just relegated to the United States. We go all over the world to work, to train, to build relations, and so it's absolutely vital that we meet other soldiers and develop in person-to-person relationships as well as military-to-military ones.
How can you manage yourself in your company as a female combat?
That's a good question. We just build respect between me and the people I work with. I show them that I'm a competent leader, and they give me the same respect that they give any other lieutenant or any other soldier in the military.
Yes, I'm the only one in my unit, so I enjoy it, but it is more challenging, I think.
If you could visit the United States and go anywhere, where would you go?
Yeah, for the first time, I want to go to Hawaii.
Hawaii, yes. It's my favorite.
I like beach.
Yes.
Yes, I like beach.
I would want to go to Bali.
Bali.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever visited Bali before? Never. So after this, you get a lift.
Can you take me?
Yeah, I will take you, and I will accompany you to Bali Island. If you have a lift with friendship, we can work together, talk together, and we can fight together. So we can build enduring partnership.
One of the challenges that you have to overcome in Ranger School is getting people to work with you and work for you. When they are freezing cold, they're in the mud, it's raining, and they don't want to move. They're starving and they're exhausted, and you have to encourage them to work together as a team.
As a platoon commander, I practice how I live, and this is a lot of men, because in a lot of men, then I am only woman, and I lead my soldier, and I must maintain his heart, I must maintain his value, and then I must maintain his condition.
I was surprised that Rizky was the only female in her unit. There are just so few women in the Indonesian military in general, and that definitely surprised me. But she has had such a positive experience in her life. This is her dream job, and I thought that was absolutely wonderful.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy to meet Monica Smith, and I hope at the next time, someday, I can go to the US and we can meet again. And I hope that I can learn a lot of things about the US Army.
Imagine what would happen if every person in the United States suddenly visited your website. Would it crash? Not if you built your site on Wix.
Good morning, Coach. I'm looking for Sergeant McNeil. You're being recorded. I'm looking for Sergeant McNeil.
I don't care. You gotta let me know I'm being recorded.
I'm letting you know now that you're being recorded.
I should have been recording you when you've been disrespectful.
That's fine. You can record me when you want to.
That's fine.
That's
So
okay.
you was tracking to be here this morning.
Sergeant
and
Hughes.
you chose to go run the track.
Sergeant Hughes.
You're supposed to be in Cook White, and you
Sergeant
didn't
Hughes.
report here at 05 like you were supposed to.
Here are the documents for Sergeant Wooten. What section would you like me to work?
You're on outside line,
Roger.
but I am speaking to you, Special Ambulance. So you were supposed to be here instead of running the track today. You got a schedule. Everybody got black and white schedule. You were sending them in advance on Sunday. So you had the schedule in advance. You knew to be here yesterday for PT. You were not here, and you chose to come in and do what you wanted. You're taking everything out on the session just because you put yourself in a situation, but you're still a grown man. You still got to abide by the stuff that we're putting out for you. You still have to do those things. We can't help you if you continue to keep on going and doing what you want to do. That's not the right way to do that. We didn't put you in the situation.
What I would like from the section is clear guidance. So moving forward, I would like my schedule printed out and signed by the commander so that I can know where I need to be and what time. I would like the actual uniforms attached to that so that I can know what the uniforms are.
Okay.
I've given Sergeant Wooten all of the schedules that I have in regards to all of my training.
Okay.
So I would like all that stuff added to those schedules so that it can
What
say.
training haven't you been able to do?
I'm saying that yesterday when I went to go get those classes, Sergeant Wooten is tracking that those classes have been given to him.
Okay.
So when we make these, so moving forward, when we make these schedules, I would like all of those times put into those documents. So that way there's no confusion. We won't have to have any more confusion about what's going on.
You're just not where you're supposed to be. You can't
I'm tracking that I'm wrong. This is the correction action so that I can stop being
So
wrong.
you want us to put your schedule on the actual schedule?
That is correct. And I want it signed off for the commander so that way when I'm wrong, we don't have to go back and forth like children. You could just say, you failed to meet this standard based on the things that you told us to do.
Okay.
And this is why it's your fault that you're wrong, instead of me having to try to explain why the system that we have is broken.
Okay.
So moving forward, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go put my backpack down. I'm gonna go to outside line. I'm letting you know that I have an appointment this morning, and that's why I'm in OCP. Sergeant Wooten is tracking. I gave him the information yesterday.
Okay.
So that's where we're at.
All right.
Commander and the first sergeant has already let me know that I will be able to speak to the sergeant major and the commander. I will communicate my issues with myself to them moving forward so that I can have a smooth transition out of the Army. The only thing I want is a smooth transition out of the Army, and I no longer want to deal with the Army's bullcrap. I know that I'm not above the Army's bullcrap, but since I am not capable mentally to come in here and do the job as expected because I'm getting out, I want to communicate that to them so that we can just do what needs to be done so that I can be gone. If it's everyday extra duty so we can avoid these problems, if it's work weekends at the battalion 7 days straight, then I will do that. But I am tired of playing these games. This job is a game.
When you go to the battalion, guess what? They still want
This
you to be
job-
somewhere, and the sergeant major is not going to handle you talking back to him.
This job
Sergeant
is
major's not going to handle you talking back to him, right? He's going to call
You
that
just-
disrespect. He's going to tell you to get out.
You just asked me a question. You said, what games? I'm going to give you the answer.
Yeah, I'm listening.
The answer is, because I'm getting chaptered, the things that we do every day is a waste of my time, and it's a game to me. I am aware you're not letting me answer your question, Sergeant Hughes. This is the conflict that me and you have had since I got here.
Okay.
I am aware that me feeling like it's a game is out of regulation. But I can't change the way I feel because I no longer have a career in the military.
Okay.
So I want to eliminate that conflict by reducing the things that are expected of me down to the most basic and simplest things possible to avoid interpersonal relationships and conflicts that come from that. So that I can have a smooth transition out of the Army. I don't want friends. The only family I have is blessing. I'm not confused or deluded about my life. I just want to transition and be done with it. It's already been shown that I don't have what it takes to be a soldier in the Army. I 100% agree. I do not have the character that is necessary to operate in this institution. So I want to leave this institution. I don't want to be governed as if I'm staying. I just want to be given the minimum so that I can go. That's the conflict that we have, and that's the conflict that I'm resolving at my level, so that we won't have to keep having conflicts.
Understood, and I understand you want to take care of yourself, but at the same time, only thing we're saying, you're not giving us out. You have the clearing block phase, right? They're going to give you the opportunity to clear in that whole week out the defect. What I'm saying, you're not relaying that to us. Like, if you're not telling us, Prom, you can go back to doing what you're doing. If you're not relaying this stuff to us, how are we going to help you? We wanted you to get your stuff right before you set up, before you got to the We want that for you. But you're not allowing us to give you the time. You're just running off here, running off there. If you're telling us that these are the things that you're not doing that, you're just taking everything out. To us, it's like you're taking everything out on your actions out on the section when we haven't did nothing to you, Emerson.
Moving forward, I will reduce my impact on the section and make sure that I'm communicating more effectively. Even though I've failed at it for the last 5 years, at my level, I will do what I can, even though I've proven time and time again that I can't do it. I will do my best to communicate more effectively to the section.
And that's all I ask. And I'll make sure y'all should come print out black and white, 9%, but she do see the schedule. They get scheduled every week. So do they look at it all the time? Probably not. But we can figure something out. I'll give us our rule in and we can do that. If they help you, we can assist. But all right, in the meantime, just tell her outside line and your appointment at what time? 8?
8.
Okay.
When a judge deemed Bill Cosby a sexual predator and ordered him to prison, jubilation erupted outside the courthouse.
I feel like my faith in humanity is restored.
We are not invisible anymore.
Now, with Cosby a free man, a very different tone, shock and anger.
We found justice, and now that's being taken out from under our feet.
I'm actually beyond tears. I can't even cry. I'm so angry.
Pennsylvania's highest court said prosecutors' decision to charge Cosby with drugging and molesting Andrea Constant at his home in 2004 was an affront to fundamental fairness, and that the case violated Cosby's right to due process.
This is for all the people who have been imprisoned wrongfully.
The court focused on what it saw as a promise made to Cosby back in 2015, when Constant first accused him of assaulting her.
There were problems proving the case.
Bruce Castor, recently one of President Trump's impeachment attorneys, was the local prosecutor who decided not to charge Cosby with a crime.
There were a lot of things that led me at the time to think that a prosecution would be problematic and unprovable.
Castor has said, hoping to get Constant some measure of justice, he promised Cosby he would not file criminal charges if the legendary actor and comedian testified in a civil proceeding, which resulted in Constant receiving a $3 million settlement payment. Last week, Pennsylvania Supreme Court threw out Cosby's criminal conviction, highlighting that promise he'd never be prosecuted, even though it was never formally written and approved by a judge.
He said so publicly.
And even though another prosecutor years ago made this promise, the promise endures for years and years.
Yes, a prosecutor acts on behalf of his or her office.
The court said that the issue was fairness.
A matter of due process, which our Constitution guarantees. And we have to have that guarantee work for even the most egregious offenders if it's going to work for any of us.
Cosby's spokesman says he always understood all of this to mean he never would be criminally charged.
They said that he had immunity. He was given a deal.
It is gut-wrenching to see an individual who was deemed to be a sexual predator being released on a procedural technicality.
Kristen Gibbons-Fenton, who helped prosecute Cosby, is now an NBC News legal analyst. She and other advocates hope all of this doesn't discourage other sexual assault survivors from seeking justice.
I think it's really important for survivors as a whole to know that a jury of Mr. Cosby's peers did find him guilty.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.